Mukaweefube oba okwongera okukuuma eddembe ly'omwana omuwala n'omukyala. Ekibiina ekya Women with a Mission nga kirwamu ne Mama Cash batandise ku campaign emanyikiddwa nga My Body, My Choice, My Right, era ng'enteekateeka eno egendeddwamu okulaba nga abaana abawala wamu n'abakyala eddembe lyabwe likuumibwa butiribiri naddala mu nsonga ku ebyo bye basalawo mu bulamu bwabwe, nga kuno kuliko okuzaala, kuliko okukozesa enkola eya kizaalaggumba giyite family planning, awamu n'ebintu ebirala kabe mu bufumbo oba abo nga tebannafumbirwa, era nga bino byetoolera ku bulamu bwabwe awamu n'abo ababeetoolodde. Ye akulira ekitongole ekya Women with a Mission, Betty Balisalamu, ategeeza nti kampeyini eno egenda kubanga ekwata ku buli mukyala, omwana omuwala yenna ayinza okubanga oba oliawo victim oba omuntu oyo ayinza okubanga ayise mu bizibu ebyekuusa ku kulinnyirira eddembe ly'abakyala, era ng'akubiriza abaami okubeera abasaale okulaba nti nabo beenyigira mu kukuuma eddembe ery'abakyala, era nga muno balina okwewala okuba abakazi awamu n'ebintu ebirala bye bakozesa bo ng'abasajja nga beeraga eryanyi nga batuusa obuvune ku bakyala. Emboozi eno ebaddemu n'abaana abawala abasoboddeyo okulaba nti bakuuma eddembe ly'abawala bannaabwe awamu n'abakyala abeesoboddeyo okulaba nti bongera okubunyisa kampeyini eno n'enjiri eno okulaba nti etuuka ku buli muntu. Ensonga zonna nga ezitambudde mu kutongoza enteekateeka eno tugenda zikutuusaako ku Musaan Media.
My choice. No sex, no condom.
My name is Mwesigwa Gift, an AGYM from Women with a Mission. So today we have come to talk about sexual health, and the main topic we are talking about is bodily autonomy. According to me, a girl child and an adolescent, bodily autonomy is specifically the fundamental rights a girl or anybody else has on their body, like the decisions one has to make in accordance to their body. Like a girl child has the right to make specific decisions on their body. For example, like when to have sex, when not to have sex, when to get married, when to get a child, all that is under bodily autonomy. So the main relevance of bodily autonomy to a girl child like me is like when I go to a health facility to access different things from there, should we say contraceptives or what, I have a right to decide for myself what I want and what I do not want. I have a right to decide for myself whether the doctor should work on me or not to work on me. I have a right to pick the best medication for myself because it is my right to do it. That's what bodily autonomy helps me as a girl child. So sometimes when a girl child goes to the hospital or to any health center, like they discriminate them and they do not lack that right or to stand out for themselves, to speak out for themselves. So bodily autonomy gives me a right to like decide on the best healthcare services I have to get as a girl child. For example, when I go there, I don't have to be discriminated to be given contraceptives or what. They have to give it to me like because it is my right as a girl child. And secondly, I have the ability to decide the time I have to get married or the time I have to give birth to a child, because my body is my right. I have to take care of my body. I know the time that's suitable for me to have a child, and I know what's safe for my body. So when I have that right, I have the opportunity to make clear decisions over my body, decisions that are going to help me, not anybody in the society, without facing these challenges of peer group influence from my parents or the community or from anybody else. I don't have to face peer pressure. I have the ability to decide as myself with my own consent without coercion from anybody or from the community, without being discriminated or judged from anybody else or the community.
My name is Jessica Tumsime from Women with a Mission. I am dressed in a shirt that has sexual health. Today we were here and we are on a campaign of sexual health, and majorly we are talking about bodily autonomy. What is bodily autonomy? we all have rights when it comes to our bodies. You have a right, I have a right. A right to make informed decisions about my bodies. When I speak about informed decisions, these are decisions that nobody should force me to do or to take. Like, I have a right when to have a child, for who and with whom. So most times we find that us as women, we have gone into having pregnancies that we've kept for men that force us. In our clan, if you abort my child, this will happen. But when it comes to bodily autonomy, I have a right to make that decision for myself. I get to know when I want to give birth and when I do not want to give birth. So when you find me and I was pregnant today and tomorrow I am no longer pregnant, that is a decision I take myself. Then we also have this thing of where women are treated like they are properties for men. Because I married you, anytime I want sex, I can have it. I have a right to decide when to have sex. It is not that every time you want to access my body, you have access to it, because it is my body, my choice. I decide when to have sex. I consent to sex. I am not forced into it. I have to give you a consent before you can have sex with me. So when it comes to bodily autonomy, it is basically my body, my right. Nobody makes a decision for me.
My name is Eric Law Ochaya. I'm from Women with a Mission. I'm here to talk about positive masculinity. And in positive masculinity, we are talking about redefining strength. There is already strength in the communities, amongst men, amongst communities, but we are trying to redefine it, in that we are moving away from the outdated idea of a man expressing his strength through dominance, or through this emphasis that men should always suppress their feelings and emotions. They're not supposed to speak out. We are trying to bring in the sense of responsibility, accountability, respect, integrity, not just showing dominance. So in terms of protecting women's rights, we have found that men play a really vital role, especially in terms of violence. When a man is not informed about how he's expressing his emotions, how he's expressing his feelings, you will always find him violent towards a woman. But when we empower a man with the idea of positive masculinity, not showing dominance, not standing to suppress feelings, but recognizing a need to share his emotional needs and seeking support, he will be able to support his woman and not go to the extent of beating a woman. And in positive masculinity, we are not looking at a man lifting up arms and hitting a woman because she has failed to understand. But we are looking at a point where a man will take up a responsibility that he has a role to play for his woman. It is not only about him being the head of the family, but it's about looking at the woman's side also, in terms of you respecting one another. Where there is a responsibility, it is shared. Where a responsibility is putting you down as a man and the woman has the capacity to help you, you're not supposed to die with it alone. Accept it that you need support, and a woman can be of aid, because women are naturally our supporters. Even the way it is in society, a woman comes as a support, as an aid. But if a man is not able to break down emotionally and open up to share with a woman, you find that a man will be always having emotional stress, and we know that stress is a very key factor in causing depression. So you find that many men walk on the streets, but deep inside they're dying with depression, they're dying with stress, because they've not embraced the idea of positive masculinity. But when we embrace it and put aside dominance, put aside the suppression of emotions, and bring women on board, share with your spouse, tell her what is affecting you, and seek for help. Because once you seek for help, you will get into counseling, and surely you will improve on your mental health and even your well-being. And not just your own well-being, but even for the family. And when a family is empowered with positive masculinity, even the society is okay. Because when society is not getting cases of gender-based violence, they will know that men are really embracing this point. They are really embracing sharing of opinion. They are embracing the issue of non-dominance, not like in the past, where you know that a man, you're supposed to be the guy, you're supposed to stand, and when a woman is not listening, you hit her. No. There now we are driving into gender-based violence, which is not the case today. Women are more understanding, they are more supportive. These days, our women are even empowered to scenarios where they can take up responsibilities that men are standing in. Even offices, we find speakers of parliament these days, they're women, even presidents are women. So if a woman can reach to that extent where she can be empowered to that level that she can stand in for an entire nation, why can't she be able to stand up for her family when a man opens up and shares his emotional weaknesses? So that is what I can say. And in this, The relevance of this positive masculinity, as I said before, we are promoting respect. This respect is in terms of respect for the rights of a woman also. Because when a woman has a right and you are a man, it is not upon you to hinder her from getting it. These rights are so many in terms of bodily autonomy, family planning. A man has a responsibility to play. The other thing, we are promoting integrity. As a man, your integrity is not expressed through beating a woman. There you've lost integrity. But once you stand with a woman and sit her down and share, you come to a common point of understanding. It is more better in that way than for you to express violence that will either cause other more issues. Yeah. Then the other thing, we're also promoting the sense of responsibility. With positive masculinity, yes, you are the head of the family. You are supposed to be the leader. But even in being a leader, showing dominance is not true leadership. But understanding the people that you're standing before is very key. Knowing where you need help, because even leaders need help, even leaders break down. But when a leader recognizes a point of help and comes and seeks it, that is a positive side of positive masculinity. There is a weakness, you've recognized it as a man, you need support, and when you get that support, surely your mental health is improved. And as I said before, even your well-being. And when the well-being of a man and a woman are improved, that is already a family. Even the well-being of the society is improved. So,
yeah, my name is Brian. I'm here to talk about bodily autonomy about queer persons. So bodily autonomy refers to someone to have consent and to make informed decision about his body or her body. So the impact of body autonomy in LGBTIQ persons or queer persons, it helps someone like trans people can easily access hormones when they are doing gender affirming surgeries, so they can access. They have rights to make informed decision about their body appearance, access to services. So bodily autonomy allows a person to access services without discrimination. It also improves on gender equality. Body autonomy allows to make gender equality important in the community. So it helps also, it makes people to be comfortable in their body, which improves on which improves on their mental well-being.
I want to thank you, Mozan Media, for being part of the advocacy around women's rights issues, women's health. Today, yet, we have another episode that is zeroing down to our campaign, which is My Body, My Choice, My Rights. But before I really go into our campaign, I want to introduce that I'm Betty Balisalamu. I head an organization called Women with a Mission. As we know, Women with a Mission was established to work on issues of gender-based violence, issues of sexual reproductive health needs and rights, but also other human rights related issues against vulnerable women and girls. We are here working in partnership or in support with an organization, one of our partners or our major support, or who has financially supported us. It's called Mama Cash. Mama Cash works with women in their diversity, and we're doing the same. We're working with adolescent girls and young women. We're working with women, mature women, or vulnerable women in the diversity, because these issues of bodily autonomy, of women taking care of control of their bodies, women's health issues, women's rights touch adolescent girls, touch women in their diversity. So we thank Mama Cash for supporting this campaign. This campaign is going to run for over a month on our social media pages, on different channels like YouTube, TikTok, among others. And we shall call upon also stakeholders to join us, and women rights activists, and those who support, even the men who support women's health issues. We are going to partner with them to further this campaign, but it's going to run for a month. But I've said it. The beneficiaries are the adolescent girls and young women, and the women in their diversity. Disabled women, women who are stay-home mothers, among others. So it is, we have also the female sex workers who have been battered also by police, by clients, their clients. So this campaign is touching everyone who is a woman, whether you are an albino, whether you are disabled, but women in their diversity. Yeah. This campaign is a global campaign. It is not just in Bale district, it's not just Uganda, it is a global campaign. That's why we are saying we are going to put it on our YouTube, and we want all people to share this campaign, because when you talk about women's issues don't affect only rural women. It doesn't affect urban women alone. It affects every woman. Yeah, so it is an international or global campaign that we want to launch, that women have to have control over their bodies. They have the choice to choose what to do with their bodies. It is called bodily autonomy. You choose what to do with your body. So today we are launching our campaign called My Body, My Choice, My Rights. My body, my choice, my rights. As we know, women all have been taken as property. Yeah, women have to produce this number of children. It's okay to beat a woman. But under the My Body, My Choice, My Right brings in issues of women's choice, women's health issues, women's rights, that a woman chooses to do whatever they choose to do with their bodies. Take an example, family planning. We have women who have been told, or we have cases of GBV where women have been beaten by men after they have enrolled on family planning. But I mean, it's the woman who is going to carry these many babies to term. So a woman going for family planning, it is her body. She has the right. Of course, I can discuss with you, the man, and say, you know what, we have to plan for this number of children. The standard of living is high. My body is also, I think it has gotten tired, because the body reaches that period of when it's tired, the uterus. So it is my body. I choose to either go for family planning or not. So we are trying to launch this campaign that women should take control of their bodies. They have the right to decide when to have children, how to have children. Okay? We have seen cases where girls come from school and then they're put on pressure by their clan. You have to marry, you have to get married. Yes, it's good. We know it's a life process. But can we leave the choices to the women to decide whom they are going to marry? Of course, when they get a partner, or when they get a partner, at what stage are they going to get the children? They have to decide when, because you can be able to produce a children, but how are you going to make them grow? Okay, how are they going to be groomed? The environment also matters. We have seen the cases we're hearing that girls are getting unwanted pregnancies, a number of high level teenage pregnancies, high level of maybe new infections. It's because the parents they decided to give birth, but the environment, the situation, they didn't consider the component of reproductive rights, the component of having the right to produce, not to produce, but also the environment. Is it well? Is it sustainable? Is it good for the child that you're bringing? So the campaign gives women the mandate to decide what to do with their bodies. We have seen a number of pregnancies, married women, young girls getting unwanted pregnancies, and people are like, oh, you don't have to go for family planning. But these unwanted pregnancies or early pregnancies are actually causing into unsafe abortions. And we have seen cases, married women and married women dying because they have gone for unsafe abortion. So let's really join the campaign that overall it is the body of a woman. They have the choice to do what they want with their bodies, and they have to be given control over their bodies.